I have here in my hand a very gorgeous Sony Ericsson X10 Android handset. Let's just turn right around there. This is a device itself. It's a big one, quite big compared to. I mean, I'll bring out the. Let's just get the BlackBerry here. We can just have a little comparison. So there you go. There's the size differential just here at 9700 there, but the same width. Yep. And it's a little bit wider than slimmer than the BlackBerry. I mean, I've been following the Xperia range for some time, but this is one of their first Android handsets. We've seen quite a few of them at Mobile World Congress. I'm just looking forward to seeing them hit the marketplace. So the X10 is the big, massive workhorse phone. Really like the 8.1 megapixels in the back there. It's got a, I mean, you do expect this from Sony Ericsson, a really cool camera. Now, it's got an older version of Android on here. That's hopefully going to be updated shortly. But Sony Ericsson wanted to go live. They wanted to get it out into the marketplace as soon as possible. And on a platform that they knew was reliable, so good news, fair play to them. But if you're looking at, don't expect the top of the range Android facilities here. They should be hopefully coming. Maybe in 6 months' time or so when they release an update. Let's have a little look at the device. Well, I mean, we're all familiar with the rather nice Android stuff. This, however, is Sony's own interface that they provide. Let me just go back here. So you can access this Timescape and Mediascape interface that Sony have provided, either with the little buttons down the side here or by tapping. Let me just come on to just press Timescape here. And what you see is basically a social networking add-on for... Now, if you use a heck of a lot of social networks, this might be a problem for you, just because I do, and there is so much coming down that maybe, obviously, Sony Ericsson haven't designed this phone precisely for me. So if you're a Facebook or a Twitter user, you're a standard user, I think you'll find this quite useful. For me, it began to get quite difficult when you get so much going on. But let me just show you how it works. So here, there we go. Look, you can see what's happening here as the my Twitter stream is updating, and you see, like, this is 1 minute ago. 1 minute ago. It's like it's really nice, really cool. The problem is if you're getting tons. Okay, so but I think it's for a standard user. I think this will be very nice. So do you see what you can do here? Is you can scroll up. You see the pictures on the back, giving you an idea of what's going on. I'm in the everything mode, so I'm seeing everything that's happening. So not only do I see Twitter messages, Facebook messages, but I also see any photos that I've taken and so on. I know that I'm on everything mode here with that little icon here. Really nice. I'm going to swipe across here and go to Facebook. You see the Facebook icon down there in the bottom? Let's just come across here. Lovely. Now I do like that. Let's just do that again. Hey. So this is quite nice. Again, it's not going to be that cool if you've got tons going on. I do like the fact that they're taking people's images and sticking them in the back of these little tiles here. So I can scroll up. I was going to scroll up here, or I can click on a particular one to look at. Let's look and see what Keith's saying. What's the magic of making? Yeah. Oh yes, he's trying to get his iPad to work. Yeah. Really interesting way of keeping in touch with people and seeing what's going on. Then I'm going to scroll. The next one along is Twitter. Right, here we go. Same thing, very nice. So if I click on here, porn, oh yeah, we don't really want to look at that. Nice one. Let's click on here. So this is Matty asking a question here, and then I can click on this link. I can then add the chat to my contacts on the phone. He's already on my Twitter contacts, but on the phone. Rather useful function. Let's come back here. Right, so next up, I've looked at Twitter. Now, if I'm a big music user on the device, then same. This has actually shown me the recent music I've been playing. Very useful for coming back to stuff. Then photos, of course, lovely camera. So I do like the fact that my photos are appearing here. If I just click on one here, yeah, very nice. Let's have a look at that. There we go. I'm sorry, it's such a boring photo, but it's very nice. The 8 megapixels really does show the subjects off really nicely. Let's just come back there. Okay, so back into the application. So this actually is really cool. I'm just going to come left here, and I haven't added my mail in here just because I got so many. I'm using the standard mail, as you can see with the icon up here on Android, but I haven't added my mail in here just because it's not going to work it's not going to show off the phone very well for me, just because I've got so much mail coming in. Now, text messages, so here you can see some text messages that have arrived in. I'm just going to, I'll send a few from another phone in a minute so you can see how they work. Phone calls, yeah, very cool. You can see, I do quite like this as an interface, as an overlay to the phone. But let me just press here. If I want to access the normal features on the phone, here we are. Okay, familiar interface, very nice, straightforward. So yeah, camera, email setup, Facebook, yep. The various different applications that you might expect to see. I do quite like. Oops, sorry, wrong button there. That Sony have programmed an option on this phone to allow you to sync everything. So let's just come here. It's called Sony Ericsson Sync. So what you have to do is create an account, and that will sync your contacts, calendar, and so that you'll never, if you lose your phone, you won't be losing your data. I really like that. Again, not quite useful for me per se, just because I have as a geek I have different things going on. But I really like that from a consumer viewpoint. Very nice, and they've actually built it quite nicely as well. So you can get started. It works you through the different settings really nicely. So there we go. Let's just come back here. Let's come back to the main. I like the fact you've got your standard stuff, but they've also put the kind of nice Sony Ericsson touches on there. All right. That was just a text message that came in from my mother. Wife's pregnant, you see, so that was mum texting to say hi. So what does that look like? Let's come into Timescape. Brilliant. There you can see I've had an update from Rat Cloud on Twitter. Then you can see I've had an SMS from Mum. See, that's looking quite nice actually. I do quite like that interface. Really useful to see what's going on. But I do like the fact that you've got all your familiar stuff for Android, in particular the browser here. Let's just come into that. There's mobile industry review working. Yeah, standard stuff that we know. Now, if you're going to use this phone in anger, if you're really going to use it, it does have a big battery. However, you're going to really want to make sure you're taking a charger with you, because it's a very capable device. It draws you in to want to use the beautiful bright screen and the facilities. That means you're going to want to have a battery or a spare battery, or at least some power nearby, just because this is the problem with all phones, all new phones. It really is very capable, the device, but it's going to use battery power pretty quickly. What else to say about it? Well, I do like the size. I mean, it is big, but it's quite light. It's not too hefty, and I think this is a very nice next version of the Xperia. I wasn't too much of a fan of the Windows version. This, I think, is good work from Sony. And if you're a consumer, this is potentially an interesting choice for you, a good choice for Android. Do go along and have a play in the shop, so just check that the device is for you. The one thing, of course, it does not have, there's no keyboard. Right? Now, if you like keyboards, think very carefully. Do go along, check that you can actually use the keyboard. Let me come into messaging, and then let me just compose a new message. I'll send it to me, Ewan. Yep. Now, so here's the keyboard. Now, Google have said they do need to do some working on the keyboard. There are some third-party applications you can install, but let me just show that working. So let's just go here. Here is a here is a test. So let's just see if the correction works. Yeah, there we go. Test. Send. You know, it is. It's usable. I'm perfectly fine with it. Yeah, there we go. But do bear in mind that it's an on-screen keyboard. Right. So excellent work, Sony. Thank you.